Welcome to Local Edition. I'm Brad Pomerance. Thank you so much for joining us again. We're joined by Fran Pavley. Ms. Pavley is a member of the California State Senate. I want to speak with you about education. As you know, California has prided itself in its higher education institutions, the CSU system, the UC system. But because of serious budget crises, we are seeing tuition spike at these institutions in ways we've never seen. Talk to us about your concerns, if any, about that.
Oh, I'm tremendously concerned. I view especially our higher education access to our higher education branches, the CSUs and UCs, as the training the economic workforce for the future. This is what made California great.
The challenge we have is that study after study is coming out telling us that the hikes are untenable, that the elimination of classes is untenable, and yet we just keep cutting. I mean, this past year, UC, CSU lost $650 million each.
Absolutely right. 500 and another 250. You know, the legislature tried to put something on the ballot that would allow the people to engage in this discussion, because it's a choice we had to make with the downfall in the economy, with the recession. We had to do dramatic cuts, and the worst ones are to education. Because education, K through 12 community colleges, CSUs and UCs, are over 54% of the budget. And so they had to be on the table, but I don't think the public supports these cuts to education. And when I went to school, I went through the CSU system, the state paid half the cost of the tuition.
Well, right now, California is spending more on prisons than higher education. Is that of concern to you? That
going in the absolute wrong direction. Investing in quality education, whether it's K-12 or higher ed, really makes a dent in our prison population. Sheriff Baca has connected those dots.
We've also heard some concerns about the salaries of the chancellors and presidents at the CSU and UC system. For example, at San Diego State, there was a concern that a new, I guess they're called presidents, was getting $400,000 a year. I mean, I'm just going to be bold and say, you get what you pay for. And so don't we want to pay our presidents a competitive salary? Because otherwise they'll just go to Michigan or Illinois or New York or Virginia.
We're starting to see outside universities attracting some of our best and brightest, not only in the administration, but professors as well, because they can offer them not only more money, but the stability. Because the message is that California doesn't think education should be a top priority anymore, and that's not correct. I talked to those top business leaders. They said what they need is an educated workforce. That's their #1 issue.
But what about the grandstanding on this issue, as I see it? Oh, we shouldn't be paying the San Diego State president $400,000. We should pay him $300,000. I mean,
it's sort of symbolic. I mean, that's a minor part of the cost. Yes, it should be competitive. Are we giving them excessive salaries? Well, it's maybe what it costs for doing business and attracting the best and the brightest and holding them accountable if they're not doing the job.
There's one area I want to talk about, and it seems as if it's an area where we can help close our budget gap with CSU and UC, and that would be increasing out-of-state admissions, because they pay more.
Controversial.
Yes.
Yes, they pay more, and they're increasing out-of-state admittance because they'll pay more in tuition. But who is that squeezing out? That's squeezing out in-state residents. But I don't think that's in our best interest, because those out-of-state students will probably go back to their home states and not stay here and benefit our economy.
Yeah, challenging issues. Her name is Fran Pavley. She's a member of the California State Senate. I'm Brad Pomerance. We're going to send you back to HLN.